It is spring cleaning season, and you cannot forget to freshen up the outside of your home. Jimmy Juergens from Bentley Ridge Tree Farm is here with lawn and landscaping care tips. Jimmy, I have to confess, when I first read that, I thought, we haven't even taken down our Christmas lights yet.
It seems weird, I agree, and it's snowing today, so they probably fit the profile pretty nice.
Yeah, but so we should get out and about, take down our Christmas lights.
That might be step one, yeah.
And work on some other things in our yard.
Yeah, it's we're getting close. The season is definitely getting closer. Juergens talking about 70-degree temps and stuff like that. So it's approaching quicker than I think the rest of us are ready for, I would say. But yeah, definitely some things that you can be doing now to get amply ready for when the season actually breaks for us.
Okay, so we really can't be planting a lot, but you did bring something that I've never even heard of. We can plant these.
So these are Lenten rose, and I mean, if these are already in your landscape, there's a chance that they're poking up through the snow today. They bloom Lent season is kind of when they take off. Beautiful flowers to them, but they are one of the first blooming plants in Iowa, period, for the season. So kind of a fresh wake up that, hey, winter's on its way out, spring's on its way in. They're Helleborus is their scientific name, so a lot of people know them by that, or Lenten rose, but beautiful flowers, very showy plant, very cold hardy. So if you did want to come and get one now, I'd still probably recommend keeping it inside for a little while, just because going from a container to the ground can be a little different. But you could at least enjoy the flowers, because by the time April breaks and we actually get a chance to get out there and plant, these will probably be done blooming by that point in time.
But if we do plant this later this year, next year we'll be seeing them bloom already this time of year?
Oh yeah. This might be a little earlier, probably 2 to 3 weeks out still, but yeah, it's they tend to be one of the very first ones to go.
That's amazing. Okay, learned something new. Let's go over here, because we also need to start thinking about our grass, our lawn.
Grass, lawn, yeah, plants in general. And so one of the first things, that always kind of comes up in the spring is pre-emergence, getting down stuff to prevent dandelions and crabgrass on your yard. We did bring the Turf Builder, the Scott's Turf Builder version of it there. That's a very unique one. If you have an area like me where you back out of your driveway and end up backing over your grass half the time, you can't put down a pre-emergent and put down grass seed at the same time. So that's a big point we like to bring to emphasis there. That product, however, allows you to do both. So you can seed and have a pre-emergent in there. So that's a great product as you're looking at your yard where you drove over it a bunch. That's a good one. Of course, grass seed being the other component there for kind of spring overseeding. The big one I want to talk about though is that humic acid, and
this one here.
That's one it's been around. It's a very common product, but it's one that I guess I wasn't all that aware of until recently. Kind of started doing a little research on it. That's a very useful thing that you can put down everywhere in your yard. So you can do it on your plants, you can do it on your yard, you can do it on your trees, anything. It's not a fertilizer. It doesn't have any nutritional value, but it helps the plant material actually absorb that nutritional value better, helps with soil composition. There's a lot of different things that humic acid does. So that's one we're going to kind of start promoting pretty heavily, especially with the clay soils and kind of the stuff we have here in Iowa not being ideal. That's one that can really kind of help on a whole yard basis, getting it ready to go.
So you just go sprinkle this everywhere?
You can put it everywhere. Yeah, you can put it in your spreader and do it through your whole yard. You could strictly put it on your garden or wherever might need it as well. But yeah, that's a product that's really going to help when you get to fertilizer season and when we get to rains in the spring and lightning and stuff like that, making nitrogen in the soil. It's going to help all the plant material pull that up.
So it'll help soak it in.
Yes,
okay, that's great. Gosh, I'm learning all sorts of new
it's a good
today.
one.
What's this? What do we need this for?
Neem oil. So neem oil is another product that I think is underused, especially at this point in the season. That's kind of a 3-in-1, and it's getting a clean start essentially. So whatever last year had, whether it be a fungus or an insect or rust or anything that might be on the tree, that's something you can preventatively spray on there, kind of coat the tree now, a dormant oil, and that'll kind of eliminate everything from last year, give a little bit of a pre-coating for this year, so you're kind of safeguarding it from what might happen this season too.
And we could do that this weekend already, you think?
Yeah, that's a great one to do while stuff is still dormant.
Okay. Finally, I forgot my Britney shears.
I know, you were talking about hot pink. I was like, man, the Britney shears would have been on for that one. But,
I know, but we can sharpen our tools.
Yes, yeah, and that is, a very important thing that a lot of people seem to overlook is getting ready for the spring. A simple sharpening tool like this, and I brought my pruners, but shovels and soil knives and anything else you might have.
So all the tools.
Yeah, get them ready, just so you're ready to go. So when you do get out in the yard, you're not fighting with your tools the entire time. You got a really clean start to kind of do that. But yeah, that's something we spend a lot of time at the farm making sure all of our shovels and stuff are good and clean and sharp, so that we can get out there and clean things and make proper cuts and everything like that. So
whose job is that?
Dan usually. Dan takes a lot of the effort on that one. He loves it. He really enjoys making the tools sharp.
That sounds like a fun job. Okay, well, we can get all these things even this weekend.
Yeah, well, we're closed on the weekends
Okay.
still. Yep, through the start of April when we actually get all of our plant material in.
Okay.
But weekdays, 10 to 4, we're there. So.
Okay, perfect. Jimmy, thanks so much for being here.
You bet.
We're ready for spring.
Yes,
now we
agreed.
can actually get ready.
Yep, absolutely.
To learn more, you can go to BentleyRidgeTreeFarm.com or call 515-444-9101. Bentley Ridge is located in Grimes, and you can check them out on social media.